See, I thought all the Skirk hype would have died down now, but it seems like we've just had more information provided about her kit. And honestly, this is going to kind of change the way people are perceiving her at the moment. Because people are a bit underwhelmed. People thought she would be one of those SS tier characters, you know, up there with Alakino, Mavwika, those type of main DPSs. And this new information might take her a bit closer to there, but we're going to have to see. If you want 25% off your Genesis crystals for Xilonen or characters in the future, 5.6, 5.7, click the second link in the description. All you have to do is put your UID in your server, and when you purchase, it gets sent instantly to your account. But you have to use my link if you want 25% off, or it's just standard prices. Also, the giveaway for the first half of the 5.5 banners has now ended. Congratulations, Pranav. Big congratulations, bro. Please message me on Twitter. What else? Instagram, Discord. You can get that in the link in the description. I have got your email. I've sent you an email. Also, a big thanks for Loot Bar for actually making these giveaways possible. If it wasn't for them, I would not be doing them. They're also doing a limited pack at the moment for only 1 day. Okay, so now we've got all of that out the way, let's touch on the information about Skirk. So there's some newer information later on in the video if you'd like to skip to that, but right now we're just going to be touching on the 5.7 release for her banner. So yeah, if you don't know, Skirk will be releasing in 5.7. The phase 1 will begin June 18th and end July 8th, and she will possibly be paired with Mavwika. Please keep in mind, these rerun characters listed are completely speculation and just predicted from the past rerun banner sort of like timeline, because basically what have they been doing recently? They've just been rerunning characters that have generated them the most money. So they don't actually care about rerunning characters that need rerunning. They just rerun the characters that people spend a lot of money for. So yeah, this is sort of the current pattern at the moment. So these are some characters you may expect to see. Phase 2 will begin July 9th and end July 29th. And we have Yelan and Mulani as, you know, obviously predicted, speculated characters on there. Okay, first of all, we're going to cover the full Skirk kit if you did not know about it. There is an updated bit of kit later on in the video which you can go check out. But here we go. Right, here we go. About Skirk, she's a sword user with attack scaling kit, so that's obviously very good. She's a non-summon slash sub DPS focused pure main DPS. I'm pretty sure they meant to say support, non-support slash sub DPS. What they're saying, guys, is she's 100% main DPS. She's got no other use apart from dealing damage, basically. Her elemental skill grants special energy gouge, and then normal attacks will be enhanced and swaps to a new combat model. The elemental burst consumes all special energy and deals damage in a similar style to Kashing's burst animation. So just a big hit of damage with a little bit of damage that's dealt like over time. When teammates hit enemies, it will drop something that we don't know the name of yet. And there's a max stack of 3 with that with a cooldown, and Skirk can collect them via charge attacks to restore special energy. There is a passive talent there, but we actually now have the updated passive talent. That's kind of outdated, and the newer one honestly actually kind of upgrades her more. Constellations charge attacks that collect the things that were mentioned in the burst deal additional AoE damage. So when these actually fall out from your burst, they're gonna be able to hit enemies, deal damage. And the other one, C2, increases the special energy gain from E, so more drops out, and enhances normal attack damage by a certain %. So for the constellations, it's looking alright. Like, obviously we know now that her constellations sort of just add a bit of damage on, and they're also going to grant her, you know, these things that drop out, which then in turn increase special energy, and they also probably increase damage. So here is the new information about the Skirk kit, and this is just basically a more in detail description of her talents. So we are waiting for a more detailed description about everything else, her skill, burst, you know, etc. But here is her talents for now. So the first talent is called Out of Order. Order out of order. When nearby party members trigger free superconduct or cryoswirl or cryocrystallization, a void fissure will be created near the enemy target. This can be triggered once every 2.5 seconds, and there can be a maximum of 3 void fissures on the field at the same time. When Skirk's charge attack hits an opponent during her Glare of 7 phases state, she will absorb nearby void fissures for every void fissures absorbed, and Skirk can gain 8 serpent cunningness. This all might sound a bit confusing because we don't know what any of these actual sort of abilities mean, but I'm going to break that down in just a second. All flows into nihility. When Hydro party members deal Hydro damage or other Cryo party members deal Cryo damage, Skirk gains 1 stack of Styxian Crevice, and it lasts 18 seconds and max 3 stacks. Each stack is counted independently when under the Glare of 7 phases state. Styxian Crevice increases damage dealt by normal attack by 10, 20, 70% and increases damage dealt by burst, havoc, destruction by 5, 15 and 60%. So we actually have a bit more information that's gonna show you guys the capabilities of these talents paired with her skills. So this is sort of like a dumbed down version, but also just to help us realize. So Skirk uses E to get a special bar that she then uses to get energy for her ult. So what this means, if you go back to the elemental skill, it grants her a special energy gauge, and then normal attacks will be enhanced and it swaps to a new combat model. So when she fills up this special energy, when she uses her burst, it consumes all of the energy to deal more damage in an enhanced way, in a similar style to Keqing's burst animation. So for the talent 1, you need any ally from the team to cause Freeze, Superconduct, Cryoswirl or Cryocrystallize to mark the enemies. Then Skirk use charge attack to absorb this mark that turns into energy for the ult. And for talent 2, you need some Hydro or Cryo characters from the team to deal Hydro/Cryo damage to get the stacks that buff her damage. So if you bring all of this into consideration, she's Cryo, she scales with attack, her talents and skill support each other really well in a damage sense, especially with the free Superconduct Cryoswirl sort of energy. She's actually going to be pretty good if you were to pair her with a Xilonen, an Escoffia, Farina perhaps. It's actually quite possible when you think of it that she could be up there, but then when we also look at it, honestly just going to have to wait for the actual beta gameplay to come out. But we have seen in the past where Mihoyo react to people sort of judging these characters that are meant to be really good and power crept, and they actually buff them more before they come out. So this could be a case of Skirk. Here are Skirk's artifacts that we believe are her artifacts, and it's called the Finale of the Deep Galleries. The 2-piece set gives a cryo damage bonus of 15%, and the 4-piece set, when the equipping character has 0 elemental energy, normal attack damage is increased by 60% and the burst damage is increased by 60%. After the equipping character deals normal attack damage, the aforementioned elemental burst effect will stop applying for 6 seconds. After the equipping character deals elemental burst damage, the aforementioned normal attack effect will stop applying for 6 seconds. This effect can trigger even if the equipping character is off field. But yeah, if you don't know what that means, it's sort of going to tie into how she works. The thing I'm confused about is it says 0 elemental energy. Didn't we just read that she kind of works off that? That's what I don't get, but we're going to find out more about that, I suppose. And guys, just as a little final cool thing to look at, here is like a rendered out game file sort of thing they found. They've rendered this out, and this is like an idle animation of Skirk, so it looks pretty cool. And yeah, it's just the wind blowing her hair basically, but this actually shows us her model, and obviously this is her updated model. So yeah, guys, click the bell next to my name, turn it on all. Also make sure to subscribe, like the video. I post a Genshin video every single day. Comment something about this video, who you're excited for, whether it's Skirk, Escoffia, any of the upcoming banners. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one, peace.